Do your hydrangeas have tons of lush green leaves, but absolutely zero flowers? You're watering them every day, giving them the best fertilizer, but your garden beds and containers are still just a bunch of green bushes. If that sounds familiar, you are definitely not alone. Millions of gardeners deal with this exact same frustration every single year. But here's the real deal. There is nothing wrong with your plant. The real culprit is actually how you're pruning it. Yeah, one wrong cut, and you are literally chopping off next season's flowers with your own hands. In today's video, I'm going to show you a super simple pruning trick that will fix this for good, so you can get massive, jaw-dropping blooms on your hydrangeas every single year. Hydrangeas are the ultimate showstoppers in any yard. Those massive, gorgeous flower heads are exactly why we plant them in the first place. But when your plant turns into nothing but leaves, it's incredibly frustrating. A lot of gardeners start second-guessing their soil or throwing random fertilizers at it, thinking that's the issue. But with hydrangeas, it's a completely different ball game. Your blooms depend entirely on when and how you prune them. Today, we're going to completely demystify this problem. I'm going to show you how a quick, simple adjustment can get your plant loaded with flowers. By the end of this video, all your pruning anxiety will be totally gone, and you'll be the master of your own hydrangeas. Before we move on, if you want to keep your yard looking lush and packed with flowers all season long, make sure to hit that subscribe button right now. On this channel, we break down complicated gardening concepts into simple, no-nonsense steps to save you both time and money. And don't forget to turn on the bell notifications so you never miss out on our weekly gardening deep dives. Now, let's get right to the point and figure out exactly why your hydrangeas aren't blooming. Let's break down the real reason why your hydrangeas aren't blooming. The root of the problem comes down to just two words: old wood and new wood. That's right, hydrangeas set their flower buds in two completely different ways. First, you have hydrangeas that bloom on old wood, like your classic bigleaf or mophead varieties. These plants actually set next year's flower buds during the late summer and fall on the growth they produce this year. So, if you go out there in the winter or early spring with your pruners just trying to tidy up the bush, you are literally cutting off next season's flowers before they even have a chance to grow. The result? Total leaf city and zero blooms. On the flip side, you have hydrangeas that bloom on new wood like panicle and smooth hydrangeas. These varieties put out their flower buds on the fresh growth that shoots up in the spring. You can cut these back in the late winter, and it won't affect your flowers at all, because they'll just grow brand new stems and bloom beautifully. This is exactly where most gardeners get tripped up. They don't know which variety they have in their yard, and they end up taking the pruners to them at the worst possible time. So, what is the simple fix to this massive problem? It's actually incredibly easy. You just need to identify the specific type of hydrangea growing in your yard so you can cut the right stem at the exact right time. And look, you don't need to be a botanist to figure this out. You just need one simple trick. The secret pruning method we're diving into today is all about looking at your plant's leaves and bark to instantly tell if it's an old wood or a new wood variety. The moment you figure that out, half your problem is already solved. From there, we'll use our game-changing bud checking technique, which shows you exactly where to make the cut and what areas to leave completely untouched. Trust me, this method is so straightforward that once you see it, you'll never misprune a stem again, and every single branch on your hydrangea will be loaded with massive flower heads. Alright, let's move on to our step-by-step pruning process. The first and most critical phase is all about timing and inspection. Step 1. Get the timing right if you have an old wood hydrangea, like a big leaf variety. The absolute best time to prune it is in the late summer, right after the flowers start to fade and dry out. Whatever you do, do not cut it back in the spring or winter. On the flip side, if you're growing a new wood variety, you'll want to prune it in late winter or early spring, just as that fresh new growth is about to push out. Step 2. Inspect the buds now. Before you even pick up your pruners, take a really close look at the stems. You'll notice tiny green, plump bumps that look almost like miniature cabbages. Those are the buds, and they hold everything, all the fresh leaves and massive flower heads waiting to burst out. On old wood varieties, these buds sit quietly on the stems all winter long. Your main goal here is to clear out the dead, brittle wood, but leave the wood right above these live buds completely alone. If you accidentally cut below those buds, you're literally throwing away that entire year's worth of flowers. Community engagement. Now that you know the critical difference between old wood and new wood, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell me, what kind of hydrangea are you growing in your yard? Is it a classic big leaf that blooms on old wood, or a hardy panicle variety that loves new wood? If you're not entirely sure, just describe what the leaves look like in the comments, and I'll help you figure it out. I check the comments daily, and I can't wait to see what you're growing. Step 3. Make the perfect cut. Now that you've spotted those live buds, grab your pruners and make sure they are completely clean and razor sharp. You always want to make your cut at a 45-degree angle, about half an inch right above the bud. Never cut straight across. A flat cut lets water sit on top of the stem, which invites dieback and rot. You also don't want to cut too close to the bud, or you risk drying it out. That 45-degree slant allows water to slide right off, keeping your future bloom perfectly safe. While you're at it, clear out any weak, spindly, or crossing branches from the center of the bush. This opens up the canopy, letting sunlight and airflow pass right through. Step 4. Post-pruning. Aftercare. Right after pruning, your hydrangeas need the right nutrients to bounce back strong. But here is a major warning. Do not hit them with a high nitrogen fertilizer right now. If you do, the plant will push out nothing but heavy green foliage, leaving you with zero flowers again. Instead, feed them a fertilizer that's high in phosphorus, like bone meal or rock phosphate. Phosphorus is what builds a powerhouse root system and triggers those buds to explode into massive flowers. Finally, give the plant a deep watering to keep the root zone hydrated, and throw down a fresh layer of mulch to lock in that moisture. To wrap it all up, getting massive, jaw-dropping blooms on your hydrangeas every single year really just comes down to 3 golden rules. First, identify your plant so you know exactly whether you're working with an old wood or a new wood variety. Second, never just mindlessly hack away at the bush. Always look for those live buds and make your clean, 45-degree angled cut exactly half an inch above them. And third, skip the high nitrogen fertilizers right after pruning and feed them the phosphorus-rich nutrients and deep moisture they actually crave. If you stick to these simple rules, your hydrangeas will never leave you hanging with empty green bushes, and your yard will be the absolute envy of the neighborhood. I really hope this simple pruning trick helps explode your hydrangeas with gorgeous flowers and takes away all that gardening stress. If you found these tips helpful today, do me a huge favor. Hit that like button and share this video with your fellow plant lovers. And hey, if you want to learn how to change your hydrangea colors from pink to a vibrant blue by fixing your soil's acidity, click right here to watch this next video. Keep gardening, keep making your yard look beautiful, and I'll catch you in the next one. Until then, happy gardening!